So yeah, tonight I want to talk about boundaries. I feel like boundaries are extremely important for protecting your personal well-being, your safety, your spiritual health. Everything about you needs to be protected by some type of shield, and a boundary is a shield. I'm going to discuss what I believe are the do's and don'ts of setting boundaries and give some examples of how that can be done. People spend a lot of time trying to decide what boundaries to set and what are essential and what aren't. But in most cases, the boundary that you're going to regret is the one that you didn't set. Ever heard better safe than sorry? You can always reevaluate your boundaries later, but you can't go back in time and fix the consequences of not setting a boundary to begin with. Hang-ups people have on setting boundaries. Number one, social pressure. People are afraid to tell other people no because they don't want to look like the odd man out, the person that's not going in the same direction as everybody else. Well, when you have a boundary and other people try to push it, that is open disrespect for your personal decisions and your personal space. Now you've got to ask yourself if those are the type of people you even need in your life to begin with. Number two, people pleasing. We're afraid to tell other people no because we don't want to hurt their feelings or offend them, so we'll self-sacrifice at the detriment to ourselves and try to appease that other person. Good people who've earned their position in your life and have a place in your life that is healthy for your relationship with them are never going to be pleased with you self-sacrificing to your own detriment. Good people are going to see your self-sacrifice with a heart of gratitude, not a heart of expectation. Number three, the fear of rejection. People are afraid to say no because they don't want to be rejected. But when people reject you for saying no, they're the type of people that are never going to respect your personal space, your personal time, your feelings. And if they walk out of your life because you set a boundary with them, this is a filter for getting them away from you without having to create confrontation. This is a win. You don't want that person around you anyways. They're just going to siphon your energy and create negative emotions. Number four, feeling like you must go out and announce your boundaries to people. Your boundaries are personal to you. You don't have to state them to anybody. When you know what your boundaries are, you'll make decisions based off your own boundaries. Other people will either respect your decisions or not. If you catch people not respecting your decisions, well, you already know. And number five is a simple lack of self-discipline. Sometimes we're tempted to break our own boundary. You have to be as serious with your boundaries to yourself as you are to other people. If you can't respect your own boundaries, you can't expect other people to respect them either. So make sure whatever boundaries you set, you're maintaining for yourself as well. This is a way to keep your boundaries healthy and at the forefront of your mind so you don't forget them in a situation where you need to make a decision based off of one of your boundaries. Now on to the do's and don'ts of setting boundaries. Number one, do maintain the same boundaries with everybody in your life. This is going to be your template for how you gauge and judge whether or not someone is safe to be around you, whether someone is going to protect your personal space with their decisions, or whether somebody is going to be unpredictable and cause you grief and strife. Do not tailor your boundaries to individuals. You need a solid foundation to gauge people off of. If you're changing it all the time, now you are not going to be able to gauge people accurately because you're going to be getting different reactions for different boundaries that you've set from different people. This is a confusing, jumbled mess that you don't want to get into. Just stick with your boundaries. It makes your life easier. Obviously, there's going to be exceptions. For example, nudity. You're not going to want anybody to see you naked, but if you have a spouse or a partner, they're potentially going to be allowed to see you nude. These are obvious exceptions that you can typically figure out just by asking yourself some simple questions, such as, who am I setting this boundary to protect me from? Is it outside people, or is it my spouse? Number two, do protect your personal needs and space. The point of these boundaries is to give you peace and ease of living. If the boundaries are not protecting your personal space and helping you fulfill your own needs, then you haven't said enough. Do not encroach on others' space with your boundaries. So for example, I'll give a couple of examples. Let's say you have a kid and you only want them eating a specific type of food. Then you take them to daycare. It's okay for you to explain to the daycare facilitator that you want your child eating the food you provided only. It is not okay to try to get the daycare to change their menu to suit your child's needs. Let's say your friend has a pet tarantula and you've invited them to stay for the weekend and they want to bring it with them, but you have a terrible fear of spiders. It's okay for you to tell your friend, no, I apologize, I don't want that thing in my house, it makes me uncomfortable. It's not okay for you to go into a reptile store and expect them to hide all the tarantulas from your sight because you have arachnophobia. It's okay to want quiet time and to ask people that when you're in your own personal space and you've designated a spot for yourself to have quiet time and have alone time, for them not to bother you. It is not okay for you to go into somebody else's space and expect them to accommodate your needs for quiet time in their space. Number three, do expect respect. When you set a boundary with somebody and you've made it clear that this is your line, it has been drawn, don't allow them to cross it. Don't allow them to talk you out of it. Don't allow them to try to manipulate you or change your opinion. Expect respect. However, do not do the opposite. If you expect respect, you have to give respect. For example, Let's say you have a demanding job and you can't be on your phone while you're at work. So your boundary is that you don't answer your phone for personal calls while at work. You can't turn around then and expect your friends and family to answer your call while they're working. So you have to give the same amount of respect that you demand. Number 4, do state your boundaries clearly if you feel they're being crossed. People aren't mind readers. As long as it's not one of your boundaries that is a one strike you're out, people have got to have the opportunity to know where your line is so that they don't cross it. Do not, however, try to defend or explain your boundary once it's been crossed. For example, your friend comes over, hey, can I try on that dress? No, that's my favorite dress. It's for special occasions. I spent a lot of money on it. I'd rather you not try it on. If your friend then tries on your dress anyways, she knows what she's doing. You don't have to explain yourself or try to defend why you asked her not to wear it. This is the point where there's consequences. She's no longer allowed in your space where she has access to your wardrobe. She broke your trust. She's no longer worthy of that space. Let's say you have a friend that wants to borrow a jigsaw. He's doing a project. He needs your jigsaw. But you're doing a project too, and you need your jigsaw. You're not willing to lend it out. So your friend borrows it anyways, under the pretense he'll have it back by the time you need it. He knows what he's doing. That's a selfish decision. They completely disrespected your boundary and took your things anyways. Now they no longer have access to your things. It's consequence time. Don't try to explain yourself. Don't try to understand them. You're just going to set yourself up for manipulation if you get into that conversation. Which brings me to number 5. Do allow for misunderstandings. Remember, your boundaries are personal to you. You've created them to protect your own needs and your own space and desires and wants for your own life. Everybody's not going to always know that. Sometimes people are going to cross your boundaries without realizing that you even had them. Once you state that this is your boundary, that person at that point should become apologetic for crossing it. Do not give second chances. Accountability is key in trust. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That phrase exists because if you're getting fooled twice, that means you didn't respect your own boundary. And as long as you don't respect your own boundary, nobody else is going to. I really hope that helps. I hope you're having a great day or night, whatever time you happen to be watching this. If you like my content, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to interacting with you in the future.